Hello. Hopefully this is working. Can you guys hear me okay? This is a quick and dirty camera setup here. Um, let's see if this is working. Let me know in the chat. I'm still not even on the live thing myself. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Can you guys hear and see me okay? Is this actually working? So it looks like it is. What a total mess this is. Right, looks like we're okay. Stream settings. Hey, Snappy, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Bers, thanks, Joyce. Wow, this is literally a 10-15 minute setup, camera, laptop, then OBS, had to set that all up as well. Wouldn't set the camera. It was a total pain, but yeah, managed to get it set up. The camera is not the best position, but it is what it is. Could probably get a better. It is what it is. It'll do for now. So anyway, welcome from Dubai. Thanks for joining us. I do appreciate it. Whew, it was a bit of a faff setting that up. Let me just quickly put an announcement out in the Discord group, and we'll go from there. So I'm not going to be multi-streaming today. It was hard enough getting it set up just for YouTube, let alone every other platform as well. So, but yeah, thanks for joining us. Anyway, how's the weather? Bert's asking. It is great. It's about, I actually don't know how hot it is, but it's been pretty warm, 26, 27 maybe. Yeah, it's pretty nice to be fair. So today I think my mic input maybe is a bit too much. Is it too loud for you guys, or is that okay? Moved to Airbnbs today. So the previous one was really nice, but had really nice view as well over the palm in Dubai, but it had cockroaches, so that was a bit rubbish. A little bit sweaty. So this is not the best camera position, but it'll have to do. Maybe I could push this up slightly. Maybe. Maybe. Let's have a look. No, that's about the same. It made no difference. Apart from I'm not centered now. Anyway, that'll have to do. Right, let me just put announcements. So yeah, for those that don't know, my name's Simon. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller in the UK, although I've not I've been on a little bit of a buying break for the past few months. I need to look up there, but I'm trying to see the chat as well. Uh, but yeah, so this is a Amazon FBA Q&A. So if you've got any questions about Amazon FBA you want to ask me, do let me know. And I promise next time the setup will be way better. This is actually worse. Let me put this lower. So I do actually have a lower what do you call it? That tripod, but this will have to do. Yeah, it's really nice. It's not too hot snappy. It's just pretty good. So yeah, for a quick and dirty setup, it's not too bad. Yeah, so not too bad at all. I've just been hanging out with Josh and Spence and Sam, um, and yeah, it's been good fun. Just went and got some pinkberry, which is like a frozen yogurt. And yeah, so Empire's asking when's the next podcast with Nikos? Actually, Nikos messaged me yesterday. We've both been so busy, we haven't had the time to catch up. Actually, I felt really bad. I mean, he's got a very young family and he's got a business to run. I've been, you know, in Dubai, so yeah, we've not had a chance to catch up. We definitely need to get on to. God, I think my live chat's like miles behind. I'm not sure. We need to definitely get onto the yeah live the sort of podcast again. I'll see if I can arrange one this month. Actually, have a catch up. Hey Thomas, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. I am good, thanks. Oh wow, I think the live stream's like miles behind. I'm not sure. No, maybe not actually. Okay, setup's a bit chaotic. So this, I can't. Who's someone's asked here? Prue, Prue Frit, Sweet, Sweet is asking, do you know any good groups? No, I don't know any, unfortunately. So apart from my one, that's the only group that I can recommend. Don't know how to pronounce your name. But yeah, guys, if you want to join Profit Sweep, it is a great group. So definitely check that out. There should be a link in the description. You can use code FBA Mogul to get 50% off your first month. Thomas is saying Amazon denied my Cogita invoice again, which is fun. Yeah, so Cogita invoice is not guaranteed. You know, when it comes to It's not guaranteed, just like any invoice isn't guaranteed to work with Amazon. It's just part of the game. So you got to keep trying. I personally didn't have that much success with Kagita invoices. I always just kind of, maybe I gave up too soon. I always went with my sort of regular Latino, so I always knew worked. But yeah, but I know people who have ungated like really top brands, like with first time with Kagita only invoice, like Paco Rabanne, for example. There's someone, I think it was Snappy, maybe. I'm not sure who ungated it basically first time with Kagita invoice, and that's a real tough ungate. So Thomas is saying, do you keep spamming them? Ideally, you can get the marketplace invoice as well. But yeah, Tina's the set you got to keep trying. Yeah, it's the set you got to keep trying. So make sure, obviously, you're making sure that you stop clicking that thing there. Need to make sure that you're, have you've ungated before, right, Thomas? So is this your first ungate, or have you ungated before? 'Cause you need to make sure, obviously, the billing address matches your seller account address and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you've definitely done that correct. And then marketplace invoice. You just got to keep trying them, basically. So yep, got to keep trying. Part of the game, unfortunately. But yeah, so let's have a look at the stream analytics here. So I actually didn't actually put an announcement out. Actually, give me 1 second, guys. Let everyone know that I am online. You hardcore guys obviously know I'm on, which is awesome. I do appreciate you being on here. Um, but I'm just going to let everyone else know in the group that I'm live. Get shareable link. Put announcement out. At everyone. I am live on YouTube for an Amazon Q&A. So I just pinged over 1,000 people, 1,250 odd people. So yeah, so what's apparently the weather's really nice in the UK now. As soon as I leave, of course, the weather gets great. Well, not great, but sunny at least, I suppose. So Profit Sweep's asking, what have I done today? So I moved Airbnb. I had a coaching call with my new YouTube coach. So I have hired a YouTube coach to help me make better videos. So there's going to be more regular content coming out and better quality content, better quality videos. So that's good. I did that. We decided on our first video as well, which should be good. What else did I do? Had a nap. That was good. And then hung out with Spence and Josh, Chloe, and Sam in the JBR, which is kind of like a very touristy sort of area with loads of bars and restaurants and stuff. It's actually, I really like it down there. It's good. Yeah, but yeah, I basically just, I don't know, I got the time wrong. I was in a rush to try and set up, so I selected the wrong time. Yeah, so but so hopefully that doesn't put people off. But yeah, no, Thomas, it's fine. You can ask as many questions as you want, so it's fine. I didn't realize you're from Scotland, Thomas. That's cool. Yeah, it's sunny everywhere in the UK, I think, isn't it? Which is quite nice. I'm not sure what the actual temperature is, but yeah. CGH, wait, Simon's in Dubai. Of course I am, yeah. I am filming from my Airbnb. So yeah, I'm in the marina right now in Dubai. Weather good, tax bad. Is he? Hey Jacob, thanks for joining us. How's it going? How's your business going, Jacob? How is Returnify going? What about Returnify? Would you recommend them? I don't know yet. I've not actually got any money back from them yet. No, I'd recommend them definitely. So Jacob's saying, does this mean we get Dubai videos? It means you do, yes. I'm going to be filming a few videos in here. I'm also thinking of starting like a Dubai sort of lifestyle channel or something like that, or how to move to Dubai. Not that I know yet, but all that kind of stuff. So I might film some stuff of me like walking around the marina, do some voiceovers potentially, that kind of thing. But I'm not 100% sure yet. So it sounds pretty nice, Thomas. Yeah, I think there was actually a day where it was like 16 degrees in the UK. a few weeks ago, was it? In the space of like 2 days, it went from 1 degree to like 15, 16 degrees. -2 now. So, so CGH saying, what's the cost of living out there? So just to give you an example, this Airbnb, which is a studio, it's a decent sized studio to be fair. Last time I stayed in January, it was 2,500 for the month. This month it's 3,500, which is crazy. When it comes to food, I guess it depends where you order from. I had some sushi earlier. Where's my phone? Some really nice. I've lost my phone. Where's my phone? Some really nice sushi earlier. That was about 10 or 12 pounds, I think, for 12 pieces or 10 pieces of really nice sushi. So that filled me up, to be fair. It all depends what you do and stuff like that. So it can be expensive to stay here. Definitely. Accommodation and property is definitely expensive. Definitely. That's probably the biggest expense you're going to run into, is the property. Um, Maybe if you're lucky, I will do Wednesday's live stream from Spence and Josh's and Sam's Baller Airbnb, or not Airbnb, property, I should say, rental. Maybe I can do a stream from there. This one was a little bit rushed, so I didn't really have time, but we could potentially do that. I could film from a different location and maybe even give you a little show around as well of their Airbnb. It was a total mess today. So they had a massive water fight. There was bottles of water everywhere. It was like a swimming pool. Um, but maybe if they tidy it up, I could do a stream from there. Profit Sweep, you should show the view. I've got. Where is my phone? Why is it I cannot find my phone? I'll be back in a second. Let me find my phone. Oh, you get a terrible view of me standing up there. Here we go. I can get some pictures up if you guys want to see. Here we go. Right then. I'm not one for flexing, but got some nice views of the old Palm, which is quite nice. And the first class flight was sick as well. Honestly, that was Emirates is just another level, beyond BA. It was just so nice. See if we can get a few pictures up of me. That'll do. And get one more as well. So you guys can see. This is just all from Amex points, which is kind of crazy. Right, three pictures will do. Cool. I'll add those in a second. But yeah, it's Emirates is just sick, honestly. It's so good. Right, I've got to convert these to JPEG and then I'll show you guys quickly. So if we're not very organized at the moment, export images. So let's have a look. Missing long form, yeah. I will definitely be getting back onto those long form videos 100%. I am, yeah, definitely need to get back onto those. So, but yeah, let's have a look here. So we've got, what's the first one I've got here? So this was the view from my first Airbnb, which you can't see because it's too big. Apologies. Let me sort this out quickly. What an absolute uh, crap stream this is. Right, there we go. So you can't really see, but yeah, it was a really nice view. This is the Palm. This is the artificial island. So yeah, it's pretty sick. So that's pretty nice. Yeah. Um, just realised this is turning into like a holiday snap type thing. So I don't want to do too many of these, but yeah, I'll show you this one and then we'll call that a day. So yeah, this is God. I don't know why it goes so big, but yeah, first class was absolutely sick. So it gives you an idea what that looks like. Basically, they've got these like starlight things in the Emirates first class, which is really nice. So it was nice to sleep under the stars. But yeah, I don't want to turn this into like a holiday snap thing, actually. So yeah, um, but cool, right? Yeah, maybe I'll do a little video of Spencer's apartment once they tidy it up, so they can get their deposit back, and then show you the baller apartment they've been living in, and maybe even show you a picture of Spence if you're lucky. He might be in there. Um, Um, Spence says he lives in a rubbish apartment. I need to show it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's so big and nice. They've got a maid's room that just shows you. So, has anyone got your Amazon questions, by the way? Anyone who's new to the stream wants to ask me anything about Amazon, let me know. If not, it's cool. We can just chat about Dubai and how amazing Spencer's apartment is. And it is just so big and amazing. It's amazing. It's beyond words. Um, well, I don't know, Jacob. If we all kind of like grab him and drag him in front of the camera, maybe he will be on the live stream. We'll have to see, won't we? He has to be careful. Once the live stream's out there, there's no taking it back. Um, can we talk about your first class Emirates flight too? Yeah, so yeah, I tried caviar for the first time. That was interesting. I wouldn't say it was bad. I wouldn't say it was good. I thought it was just very average, pretty just, I don't know, very weird, I suppose. Spent no pictures, welcome to show the apartment. But the FBI are going to need your picture. So, they're going to need your picture at some point. Heard it's like 20 square foot apartment. Yeah, I know, but you lived there, Jacob, didn't you? You basically slept in the maid's room. So you know. But yeah. Am I joining them in Bali? No, I wasn't invited. No, no, not going to Dubai. No, I'm going to stay in Dubai. I'm trying to think about Dubai more right now. So while I would definitely like to try Bali at some point. It's not my kind of main thing right now. I'm just obviously looking to move to Dubai, so that's going to be where I'll be staying for now. And yeah, Bali can be something I'll look at maybe in the summer, in a sort of what is it, June, July, August time, I think, this summer in Dubai when it gets super hot and like unbearably hot. Saying that, I'd kind of like to experience that as well, at least for maybe a month, and just see what a summer is like for like 1 month. But yeah. Claudia's saying regarding marketplace invoice, what is actually the problem? Could you receive an invoice from the supplier anyway? Is it not good enough for Amazon to approve? What do you mean? What's the problem? Um, so some suppliers do not want to reveal who they are, essentially. Maybe they are selling things that not necessarily like us. We don't necessarily have authorization to sell the items, so they could be doing that. That could be one reason why a company doesn't want to give a marketplace invoice. So that's why. Um, but yeah, and then in terms of Amazon not accepting it, I mean, they do it with everything. They've even do it with their own invoices. They'll sometimes reject their own invoices. It's just kind of crazy. So that's Amazon itself. Regarding IP claims, what's the worst case that can happen? Account shutdown. I think if you get too many and your account's too new, you could potentially run into issues. Once you've been around a little while, it's not too bad. Just try and avoid them. That's the main thing, really. They do ding your account health. I think you'd have to be pretty unlucky to, get banned from an IP claim. But yeah, normally it just hurts your account health. You acknowledge it. It goes away after 3 or 6 months. Can't remember exactly what. Just make sure you do the research first, and you can avoid a lot of this hassle if you just do the research and research the brands before you buy them. 9 times out of 10, the IP brands are really obvious. Thomas saying my sister lived in Bali. Did she like it? It looks like a nice place, to be fair. Yeah, I have to come back to some of the rest of the turns. Absolutely, yeah. I'm paying for that stupid storage locker, honestly. Yeah, obviously with my car, that was a little bit of threw me out of whack a little bit. I always leave things to the last minute. I left a lot of my stuff to the last minute, and then of course my car got crashed into. So, you know, that scuppered any plans of clearing my locker out and things like that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think the car's still a write-off. Still waiting for the repair people to kind of give a estimate of what they think it will cost to repair. But I think they're going to write it off. So Claudia says, why don't Cogia give us the invoice they received? But yeah, for the reason I said, basically, not every supplier wants to be like outed, if that makes sense. They may not have authorization to sell those particular brands. So just because you're doing wholesale doesn't mean you're any more authorized to sell a brand than we are. So they might not want to reveal that they're selling that brand or reveal the source or show that they're source. That's why, essentially. It's a bit weird, but that's the reason. Hey, AK, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. No problem, it's fine. It's only 12:30 at night for you and I. Yeah, so but yeah, it's all good. Thanks for joining us anyway. I appreciate it. So we don't have as many viewers as normal, but I did leave it to the very last minute, so it's fine. Yeah, it's not a bad living room. I can't really show it that well, but yeah, I'm not going to touch the camera. But this is a very quick setup. Um, well, the AK. This is the living room and the bedroom. So the bed's there, kitchen's behind. That's the living room. There's space over here as well for doing, videos and stuff like that. So this is why I got the same Airbnb again because it's actually decently sized. And yeah, I can do my YouTube videos. I can, work, and it's overall pretty good. It's not too bad, really. So yeah, but just it's just a studio. When's Cheesecake Factory? I wanted to go today, Jacob, but we got sushi instead. Josh didn't fancy it. Apparently, it makes him feel ill. So we got sushi instead, and yeah, the sushi was pretty good actually. I do enjoy the sushi. It's actually the first time I've had sushi in Dubai, and it's actually pretty tasty. But yeah, and actually pretty affordable as well. So it was like 10, 12 pound. Yeah, I can look on my phone. 10, 12 pound, I think, for 10 pieces of sushi, of decent sized sushi. And yeah, I like sushi because it's like a treat, but it's also relatively healthy depending on what you get. So let's have a look here. Yeah, £12.30 for sushi. Delivered, not too bad. Yeah, we must have had like five or six deliveries when we were at the Spencer's place. Those guys just take so many deliveries. But that's the what you do out here. Everything gets delivered. It's kind of there's always a guy on a scooter, 10, 15, 20 minutes away, to deliver this kind of stuff. So you can get anything delivered really. It's interesting. But I'll try and do some cooking though, because I can't keep eating takeaways. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's catch up with the Discord group actually. I've been missing out on some of the messages that everyone sent me. So Spence, someone was asking if they won that monthly giveaway, but they had lifetime, what would they get? Didn't get an answer from you. They didn't win, but they still want to know. But yeah, so let's have a look. What else is going on in the Discord group? I've been slacking a little bit with the Discord group, but it's been nice to see that it's been going quite nicely. Everyone's being really friendly, lots of questions going on, lots of answers. That's really good. Brad's obviously just bossing it as well, like he normally does, which is awesome to see. Yeah, just Brad is an awesome member of the community. 8K, have you tried the Dubai chocolate? I have, yes. It is good. So I tried, what did I try? The Reese's Cup one first, and I thought that was very average. But then I tried the actual, just like original pistachio one, and that was really good actually. I took some home with me to my family and friends. And yeah, it got devoured. So I'm definitely going to be taking sort of 10 bars or so back with me if I go back, when I go back. Yeah, so we've got plenty of, so it is good. So Profits Group says, yeah, just monthly entries. Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense. Get a first class flight and a signature from Spencer, I heard. I'm not sure what you mean, Jacob. Yeah. Dubai is a crazy way of making chocolates. Yeah, it's good chocolate, to be fair. It is good chocolate. It is overhyped, don't get me wrong. Like it's just nice chocolate. And it is very nice to be fair. It is crazy hype though, like social media hype on that kind of thing. But no, it is good. So I'll take some with me. I think it is hyped. People are hearting things at the moment, apparently. And laughing. Okay, and it's interesting seeing these reactions go on. Yeah. But yeah, I need to get back onto, I'm basically back to work from today essentially. So tomorrow, I suppose, technically. Going to be focusing on getting this video out. I want to get a long form video out onto YouTube. So I had a meeting with my coach today, which is awesome. Trying to massively level up YouTube. I need to get back onto doing Amazon selling as well. I've been slacking a little bit on buying stock. I did buy all that perfume from Cogita, but I'm not sure it's going to turn up. So yeah, it's like 900 bottles of like super cheap perfume, like way too cheap, way too good to be true. Um, and yeah, it's I just don't think it's going to turn up. So far, it hasn't. When does Brad get salaried? Yeah, I mean, something I'd actually might consider, to be honest, is if people are interested, potentially, you know, paying for some moderators, I suppose, or help community. What would you call people? Community champions. Yeah, so that's something I need to consider. I don't necessarily make enough money to do that right now, but yeah, it's something I would definitely look to do. If anyone's interested, by the way, and you want to do make some money, I'm looking for people to write articles for me for FBA about anything about Amazon. It can be about your journey, it can be anything. I'll pay you for your articles. If you want to be like a moderator or community champion, let me know. Something I'll definitely consider. When does Jacob get salaried? I think you're already salaried with Profit Sweep, so it'd be a conflict of interest if you work for me as well. So yeah. So AK saying, don't they have a specific date they need to deliver your order? It's been a week, right? Yeah, I think you get a week, 7 to 10 days. I can't remember exactly what it is. Um, yeah, but it's already been dispatched apparently. I just can't track the order. So it doesn't look promising. The tracking looks really dodgy. But we'll see. We'll give it a little while. Computer are kind of looking into it and seeing what's going on. I know a few other people have had it dispatched, not delivered. Some people have had not dispatched either. Obviously, then it hasn't been delivered. So it just, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's a bit weird. Thomas says, very good at writing. You can write, you can use ChatGPT to help out. I can probably tell if you use ChatGPT, I don't mind it. I don't want you to write the entire thing with ChatGPT, but I don't mind if people use ChatGPT to kind of help them. It's fine. But yeah, if you want to write about your journey, how you started, you know, that would be awesome. Make a good article. I also need to get the podcast going as well and start interviewing some of you guys as well if you're happy to do it. So, talk about your journey, what you've learned, how much you've made so far, what your goals are, all those kind of things. So, um, I also put that questionnaire out as well, just so I could kind of understand more about who's in my group and, what kind of age group I'm looking at, what pain points you have with Amazon. Like, obviously, the big one that everyone has is sourcing, is the main big one. And just trying to understand also what your motivations are behind like doing an Amazon business. Majority of people are in the group who are looking to quit their 9 to 5. So this just helps me with my videos and allow me to target what kind of content I'm going to produce to help you guys. So that's what the kind of motivation behind that is. Ungating. I think I've got an ungating video, but I can do another one absolutely. Um, but yeah, so 8K say Project takes money away from me. 8K said, did you buy all the supplies? Look, I didn't get it all myself. I was very late to the party. I was playing Xbox. I got 900 units, but I know a bunch of other people got stock as well. So yeah, I did not get it all. I was happy with what I got. Enough risk game coming in strong. Hey, enough thanks for joining us. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but okay. So YTT saying still using Amaz Seller. I don't use it myself right now. It is not under, I'm not developing it actively, but it's still there. People are still using it. So as long as people are still happy to use it in its current state, I'm happy to leave it up there. It does cost me about £100 a month to run from the server point of view, but if people are getting value from it, I'm happy to just keep paying that, and you guys can keep using it. So that's fine by me, basically, no problem. Um, Thomas saying I can write about my experience, but before English, it's all fine. If you want to do it, do it. I say get out there and write, or if you want to do that. So yeah, thank you, AK. I appreciate that. I saw you did the server, and Thomas as well. Thank you. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, so yeah, got the old brightening going. It's actually faulty right now. There's something wrong with it, but yeah, so I need to get it repaired. I actually went watch shopping yesterday, actually, at the Dubai Mall, and got to see some cool watches actually. So I'm a big fan of Zenith actually. For anyone who knows their watch brands. I got to see the Zenith white gold rainbow, which is about £100,000. They let me kind of hold that, which was nice because I said that's one of the watches I kind of like. Not that necessarily buy it, but it was kind of pretty cool. But I really want the Zenith sort of Chrono Master Sport. It's kind of like the poor, not the poor man's version of Daytona, although technically it is, because Daytonas cost like 25 grand or whatever on the grey market. But it's like the closest thing I'm probably going to get to getting a Daytona. We're getting into watch talk here, but without spending a fortune on one. So it was cool to see the 100 grand watch, which is pretty cool. Does your watch buzz when you get? No, it doesn't. No. So this is one of the crazy things about like luxury watches like this. It's actually less accurate than not an iPhone or an iPhone and an Apple Watch and stuff. It's a weird one, really. You pay more money for something that's less good, essentially. It loses 1 or 2 seconds a day and things like that. Hey, Brad, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. We're just talking about you a little bit, saying what an amazing person you are with all the community support you offer. It's just awesome. And yeah, well, on a little bit of tangent about watches as well. I also tried Nuffles. They were trying to. So I went to one of the Rolex stores, right, and they tried to sell me the Batman GMT watch, but I was like, I don't want the Batman. I said, I want the Pepsi. I want the not the. So they tried to sell me the Bruce Wayne. Sorry, but you for the yeah, I didn't want the Bruce Wayne. I wanted the Batman or the Pepsi or the Batgirl. So, but yeah, the woman at the Rolex store, she knew less about watches than I did. Honestly, she must have been so new. Yeah, it was embarrassing actually, because she kept saying, "Oh yeah, we can get you the Explorer too, but it'll only be like white gold." I'm like, they don't do that in a white gold. It was kind of bad, really. Normally they're very knowledgeable. But no, they tried to get me to buy the Bruce Wayne, but it just wasn't my style really. So, and then they wanted like 100,000 dirham deposit, which is like that's like £20,000, something like that. She was all over the place. To be fair, she was literally all over the place. So yeah, it was the half gold one. Um, no, I'm not going to put it on the thing, but you can kind of see. I don't know, maybe you can or can't. It was the half gold. I think it's called the zombie. So that's the one she was trying to sell me. It might have been a good buy, to be fair, but I don't know. She also didn't really know what she was talking about as well. Yeah, so you're 100% correct. I need to do way more interviews and podcasts. Yeah, 100%. I need to get back onto this, really. So, um, to be honest, I mean, she kept saying it was available, but I'm not convinced. It's like she thought there was a white gold Explorer too, or something like that. It was a total cluster F, to be honest. Yeah, it was just all over the place. She just did not know anything about Rolexes. I was 10 times more knowledgeable than her. But yeah, I guess we all have to start with somewhere. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, two tone to know. To be fair, it actually didn't look too bad. I had it on my wrist. It didn't look too bad, to be fair, but it's not really my kind of style. I don't mind rose gold. I'm not a fan of yellow gold. I would probably take yellow gold on a Daytona, the Pikachu type thing, but yeah. Anyway, this is getting on to kind of lots of watch talk, guy. Did you get to try a Meteorite Zenith, which is pretty cool? Yeah, they had some cool watches anyway. Um, the great thing about the Dubai Mall is there's pretty much a shop there for everything. I tried on some Patek Philippe's as well. Went in there, that was pretty cool. That's a pretty top brand. They were trying to sell me some pilot, I think it's Pilot's watch or something. It was like that was white gold. That was like £45,000. I was just like, no, not for me really. I wanted to see the Cubitus, but they didn't have it in stock, even for exhibition. Yeah, exactly. You can get lost in there. You're right, Brad. It is insanely big. I was there with some friends actually, and they wanted to go to the fountain and see the sort of the fountain thing, and they stayed there for 2 shows. And I was just like, do you want to go looking around? And they started just walking around, and before we knew it, they were just too tired and wanted to go. I was like, this is why you need to have a plan. Like, you need to decide kind of what shops you're looking for and stuff, and then go that area. Otherwise, if you just try and walk around, you're gonna get too tired. It was the end of the day for us as well. So yeah, I didn't actually end up going to many stores really. I mean, I got to go to my watch stores, but they didn't get to go to too many stores. So many work to do, exactly 8K. Yeah. So Thomas is saying, what happens if my invoice becomes outdated from wait? I mean, God, I think you get how long do you get? 365 days? I can't even remember now for an ungate. No, it's 180 days, is it? I actually can't remember. Yeah, I guess if that, I suppose that would be really unlucky. Well, if it goes out of date, it goes out of date, I suppose. That would be very unlucky. 180 days, yeah, Keynes, yeah. That's kind of funny, really. Authenticity, I think you get 365. Yeah, or they ask for your invoice for 365 days worth of sales. That would suck, honestly, Thomas. Yeah. So give it 5 or 10 goes, and let it cool. Try it on a different ASIN, and obviously, yeah, make sure that everything's correct. I suppose, which I think you have done already. And yeah, it is getting tougher on the ungates sometimes, but it's just it's luck of the draw essentially. These guys, the VAs that essentially do this, don't really spend too much time. Kane's saying I've edited so many invoices on Adobe and got them passed. I mean, I don't necessarily recommend you do that, but you could technically get suspended, I suppose, if you do that. But I don't necessarily recommend that. But sure, each to their own, I suppose. Uh, I'm tired of trying to get ungated. Yeah, it can be a pain at times. Yeah, everything good apart from it being in Greek. Okay, that's a bit of a. I mean, it shouldn't actually matter. To be fair, it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever. But yeah, so Kane says use the same voice, change the date and product. Kane, that is definitely naughty. You shouldn't do that. You could get banned. So Jack on track is asking, what did you do before you started Amazon? So my job before Amazon was a software engineer. I worked for a pharmaceutical company in Nottingham. So we created software for clinical trials. So if you ever go on a clinical trial for a drug, there's a small chance that you may end up using software that I wrote. So we'll see. There's quite a few softwares out there, so it's unlikely. But yeah, that's what I wrote basically. I'm saying basically a lot and a lot as well. I need to fix that. I need to like zap myself if I say those words. But yeah, so that was my profession before, and my actually the next video I'm going to be releasing is going to be something along the lines of. Actually, I wrote it down. Let me have a look here. It's a title in progress, but it's going to be something like I got fired, then made 100K from Amazon. Here's how. So that's going to be my kind of first video that I'm going to be making. So no, I didn't technically get fired, but I did fire myself in that regard, and I did. I left on good terms with my boss. Definitely, we're still friends, but we fell out a little bit in terms of I wanted to stay working from home and reduce my hours. My boss, he was accommodating slightly, but not really. And at the end of the day, I really wanted to be my own boss. That was the big thing, really. So no matter, there was really no compromise I was willing to accept. And I wanted to travel as well. That was a big thing. I wanted to spend like 3 months a year in Australia. And it was like, can I do that in my current job? The answer was no, which is fair enough. And it was just time for me to move on. So, um, yeah, could we get inspired with another document to supply chain? I think, okay, cool. Then maybe that'll help as well. So, Kane's asking, hey, Mogul, how long you been in Amazon Slayer for? So, my first sale was the 6th of July, 2022. So, we're slowly coming up to 3 years now. Yeah, slowly coming up to 3 years. And I'll be honest, guys, I went super hardcore in Q4 of 2024. But since then, sort of January, February, and I guess we're now into March as well, my buying has slacked off massively. I have bought some stuff, sold some stuff, but my Amazon business has definitely been secondary to YouTube. My focus is going to be shifting more to YouTube. That is going to be before it was Amazon was primary and YouTube was secondary and the Discord community was secondary. Now it's going to be flipping round. I'm still going to be doing Amazon. I'm still going to be, and I'm moving into wholesale as well. But YouTube and the community and education and helping you guys is going to be my primary focus. And Amazon's going to be sort of secondary to that. But I'll still be doing Amazon. And I'm going to be talking a lot more. And because I want to spend most of my time on YouTube, I'm going to be focusing a lot on building really good systems, getting really good VAs in place and getting some really good help so I can run that business on only a few hours a week. and have it still be very profitable. And that's going to be some really awesome stuff that I'll be able to teach you guys how I set that all up as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting actually. I'm looking forward to it. So Snappy said, "How was your first year?" I made £20,000, I think, in my first year. Amazon's slow when you start. I think I'm guessing, to be honest. I could probably look. Let me have a look at Seller Toolkit if I go back. I've not logged into my password manager. I was actually restart my laptop. Yeah, I was going to say between 20 and 30,000 for my first year is what I'm going to say. So Amazon's one of these businesses. It takes a little while to get started. The knowledge you need to for sourcing takes a little while. It's hard when you first start out. And I always say, Amazon selling's a bit like an exponential curve. It starts off slow, but it does build and build and build and build, and then before you know it, you're skyrocketing. Especially as your capital grows, your knowledge grows, your sourcing skill grows. But yeah, so this is where you definitely got to be, on top of the ball and keep learning with Amazon basically, and don't give up as well because it does take a while to get going. So Thomas is saying, I'm paranoid about subscriptions, just stealing all my money while waiting for ungates. Yeah, I mean that definitely does suck, honestly. I would say if you are actually waiting for them, I'd say potentially pause or cancel them until you have it all sorted. And yeah, do that if that's really a big concern for you, because the subscriptions do add up. I would say I think you've just signed up for Repricer for Protector Pro, and I totally just realized I didn't actually add them as a sponsor for this video. So that oops. I would say potentially cancel that for now if you're not don't have too many SKUs going. And just keep an eye on your subscriptions. They can add up a little bit, so just be aware of that. I don't know what kind of budget you're starting with, but yeah, you don't want all your profit to be eaten up by subscriptions. At the same time, the first year is for learning, second year is for earning. So as long as you're learning, you're progressing your business. You look at your first year as a learning experience, and then you start really earning more money in the second year. Um, so the other Thomas, thanks for joining us, by the way. Thanks for everyone for joining us, by the way. I do appreciate it. Do you have a list of best sites to source to buy from for OA in the UK, or just some recommendations? I mean, I can give you some, sure. I mean, I shouldn't do, but I will. And these are just the ones that I've had success on, but there's other ones as well. For me, Sports Direct was a really good website to order from. I've done well from The Entertainer. I've done well from Smiths. Notino wasn't too bad if you buy at the right times and are willing to hold a little bit. Doing Amazon to Amazon was always very profitable as well. If you do that, you'll need a group like Profit Suite because you'll need the monitors. Amazon to Amazon can be very good. You can basically give yourself a baseline profit of, 1 to 2K a month from Amazon to Amazon if you've got the capital. So that's just an idea of some of the sites. And, there's probably other sites that I'm not even aware of that you can do very well from. There's so many different categories and things you can sell on Amazon. And we're also bottlenecked into toys, video games, health, beauty. Even I took, when I was doing sneakers, that was considered extremely unusual, to be fair. Not many people did sneakers, but it was very profitable. So Kane saying to do most to wholesale or ROA. So I have up to the middle of last year, I was all OA. I then started doing wholesale through Quigita. And by the way, there's a link for that in the description. If you want to get £100 off your first order, it's £100 excluding VAT, £120 including VAT. You can do that. And Quigita is like a wholesale platform. It's like a middle ground. It's like an online site like OA, but it's wholesale as well. So you can get some really killer deals on there. So definitely get signed up to that. Use my code FBA Mogul, all capitals, when you sign up with a promo code, and that'll give you that £120 off. What I'm now doing is I'm now looking to go full on, although I'll still be doing OA. I've actually got a few challenges I'm going to be doing as well, which are going to make good YouTube videos. I actually wrote a few down, actually. Let me see if we can find them. Yes, it's just a few ideas of what I was going to be doing. Where is it actually? Challenge ideas. So yeah, train a VA for OA and see how much they make me over a certain time period. So that'll involve hiring a VA from a certain website I can't mention because I've been paid not to mention it this time. No, I'm joking. So I'll be getting that VA from Outsource Central. That just cost me 50 quid. Um, They're very well trained, but just giving them that next level from me, and then seeing and then basically documenting that progress over time and seeing how well they do. And I'll basically keeping track of every single product they buy me, and we'll be seeing the profits they make from that. So you get a really good idea of, the trials and the tribulations. What's the phrase of hiring a VA? What goes on? How well they do? Lessons they learn? Lessons I learn? So definitely gonna be more challenge videos coming. So that was one of them. Another one is going to be starting with £1,000. So again, it's very difficult with one Amazon account, but I'm going to basically set aside £1,000. I'm going to buy certain products with that £1,000, and then we'll just track those products and see how my profit and or loss, shouldn't be a loss, is from that £1,000. So we'll be doing that as well. What other challenge are going to be doing? Help someone start and see where they are after a year. That could be an interesting one. Another one is potentially there are quite a few people who mentor out there. I've had a few people actually approach me to maybe promote their mentoring course. One thing was going to be trying the methods or the strategies they recommend and seeing how we do basically and documenting that. So yeah, a few little things like that basically. It's going to be interesting. So 8K saying you want to, I've gone off a massive tangent there. Apologize. AK saying, want to check out my PL product? Don't leak though. So yeah, you can absolutely message me that if you want. So you can DM me. So Thomas is saying, got like 3 months of money for subscriptions put aside, maybe two. I would say if you're past the free trials, definitely cancel them then. Don't eat up your money, essentially. The bare essentials you need are seller toolkit and seller ramp. Everything else you can pretty much live without for now. So Jay Osborne, thanks for joining us, by the way, Jay. Hey, any tips for sourcing the first few products just to cover costs while still learning? Starting with roughly 4,000. Cool. So you guys know I love the newsletter sourcing. Everything we buy, and I feel like a bit of a crack record here. I keep saying kind of the same thing over and over, but sourcing's hard, by the way, guys. So you need to just practice. You need to put in the time and every day allocate 1 or 2 hours to sourcing. And it's going to suck to begin with, honestly, but you'll get better over time. Now, as we do OA, which is what I kind of teach, because that's what I've done, we're buying everything that's on sale. So it's either the site's got a sale, there's a discount coupon, there's something going on which makes it cheaper than normal. And the best way I found to find these deals is you can use software like Arbisource, again, link for that in description if you wanted. Or you can just use like newsletters. So sign up to newsletters to 10, 20, 100 different sites. There's a website called SalesGaze, which is free, which does this kind of similar thing as well. Or you can do it yourself. And then every morning, check the newsletters, see what sales are going on, what discount codes are available. Maybe there's a big brand is on offer on Latino, for example, and do that basically. And that will let you know where the sales are and gives you a really good chance to find deals. You can use Arbisource as well, some really cool software to find deals. There's a link for that in the description. You can use the code FBA Mobile 30 to get 30% off your first month. Thomas is saying, hope that helps you with that. There's also Amazon to Amazon as well, but I think OA is a good one to start with. If you want, Jay, DM me and I can help you a little bit more. We can book a one-on-one call. So if you guys want to book a one-on-one call with me, it's 100% free. Go to my Discord community. There's a link that says one-on-one support. In there, you can book a call with me. Thomas is saying, Pastor Thomas, Sports Direct work for ungating. Yes, they give invoices. Jack on track. Do you still need Keep It if you have Buybot Pro? So Buybot Pro does have the graphs in it, and they can be fine, but I still think you need Keeper personally. I find Keeper easier to read the graphs, but I also find well, it has more data in there that's quite useful. So I think you need both really. If you're on a budget though, and you really can't afford Keeper, even though it's like €19 a month, maybe just stick to Buybot Pro then. But yeah, ideally you have both. So CJ saying had to leave before. What's the cost of living like in Dubai? What do you reckon your outgoings are per month? So I said the biggest expense you've got is rent or buying. This apartment is basically looking at £3,000 a month in rent for probably maybe a two-bed apartment in the marina, which is where I am now, which is a really nice area. When it comes to food, it depends how much you want to spend. If you cook everything yourself, it can be a little bit cheaper. Everything's deliverable though. Like I had sushi earlier, I've had pasta delivered, pizza, all this kind of stuff. So It all depends. Water is dirt cheap. You can get a 12 pack of 1.5 litre bottles for £1.70 delivered from Amazon. So that's 12 1.5 litre bottles. So you can drink for being cheap or drink water anywhere. Um, yeah, it all depends what kind of, and obviously the sky's the limit. The amount of wealth that's out here is insane. Like another level that you can't even imagine the levels of wealth out here. Especially if you go somewhere like the Palm and places like that, you can see it's just insane. So you don't want to try and keep up with people, otherwise you'll literally go broke. So just stick to your own lane, enjoy yourself, have a little splash every now and then, but yeah, don't go too crazy. So, but realistically, probably about 5,000 a month, I'd say, is what I don't know spending here. Um, Zach is saying, I find Smiths just never have any stock. Yeah, sometimes that does suck. So this is where a group like Profit Sweep will help you. Again, there should be a link in the description for that. If not, I can put one in the group. Let me get one quickly. There might not be actually. They monitor sites like Smiths, and then they'll let you know when certain things come back in stock. So if you want to go into Profit Suite, there's that. You got the code FBA Mogul to get 50% off. Shameless affiliate plug there. But yeah, so that kind of thing can help really. Yeah, for seeing those kind of restocks. Kane saying wholesale can be slow finding lines, but so much better for replens. Yeah, absolutely. So wholesale catalog of 1,000 or um, you guys see and hear me okay? Are we working okay? Hmm.